Anne Friedberg, in her essay The End of Cinema, argues that cinema is changing because media formats, including film, television, and the internet, are losing their media-based specificity. Television is becoming more cinematic, and television episodes are now available for viewing on the internet and even cell phones and iPods. This is an example of a webisode of NBC's The Office, which is considered part of the show's canon, but was only available online.
It had to have been someone. Yeah, I do think it's someone in this office, which really breaks my heart, to tell you the truth.
Robert Sklar said that the images one would see on the TV screen and the movie screen used to be very different. From the 40s through the 60s, film was threatened by TV, and therefore film producers strove to make cinema more grandiose and impressive. The only way to beat a gimmick was with a better gimmick. Today we see many so-called gimmicks, such as digital projection, IMAX, stereoscopic 3D, and surround sound, utilized in order to distinguish cinema from other media formats and attract people to theaters. The question on every producer's mind is, will it be enough? The lure of other media formats is quickly becoming not just a gimmick, but a social phenomenon in a digital revolution.
Viewership used to be a passive experience, but now the spectator has evolved into a user. It began with a remote control and developed into the VCR, then the DVD player, the DVR, and the iPod. Video games must also be considered as a respectable media format, because they are becoming much more cinematic, and at the same time maintain a high sense of interactivity. The controller gives the user control over what happens next. With a television remote control, the viewer becomes an editor, editing at will with a punch of a fingertip, zipping, zapping, and muting. All of these innovations are leading to a here and now mentality, which has not only changed the spectator into the user, but also changed the style and content of media.
Here's the pitch to Matsui, a deep drive. Oh my!
Media moguls have adjusted their media in order to pan to DVR and iTunes culture, using devices to hook viewers in less time, focusing more on the immediate image than on the content and traditional storytelling. That said, current dramas like 24, Lost, and Prison Break are so good because of the challenge from digital media. They are faster, more complex, and smarter than shows on Nick at Night. The interactivity of media allows the user to organize a time which is not his own, a deferred time and new temporality that has affected our perception of time and space. Shows like American Idol are one of the many reality shows that are meant to corral viewers into live participation, but can also be recorded by DVR and watched later, allowing the viewer to watch at a chosen hour that is most convenient. However, this pattern of time manipulation is not yet a flawless system. In the 2007 season of American Idol, the final episode went over schedule by 9 minutes, and many people missed the announcement of the winner because it wasn't recorded by the DVR.
What will the future hold? Will cinema really end? We agree with Friedberg in that cinema is rapidly changing, and that it is losing its media-based specificity. However, we do not believe that cinema will end completely. Despite the appeal for the spectator to assume the role of the user, there will always be an inherent need for the spectator to assume a passive role.
We'll meet again.
The cinema has now come to be accepted as a form of art, and the difference between high art and interactive media is that art exposes the spectator to the director's moral order, which allows for a phenomenologically religious experience with the film text, and either teaches the viewer something new or reaffirms one's personal belief system. Either way, cinema will survive because other forms of art have also survived.
Oh my God. I'm back. I'm home. All the time it was... We finally really did it. You maniacs! You blow it up! Damn you! God damn you!